The level of our voice can vary quite a bit when we talk. If we take a look at the waveform of what I just said, we can see that it starts out pretty loud and clear, and gradually the level drops. The level of our voice can vary quite a bit when we talk. A compressor will even out the differences between the loudest parts and the more quiet parts in your dialogue. Using a compressor can both save time and entire takes that you maybe normally would have scrapped or had to do retakes on, just because some parts were too loud and some parts were too quiet. A compressor will even out the differences and make it sound more professional. But can't you just normalize? Well, no, because when you normalize a file, you're limited by the highest peaks on that file. So think of it like putting a flagpole on your coffee table. You can only lift the coffee table so much before the flagpole hits the ceiling. So what you need to do is to compress. I usually add a compressor early, just like I add a correction LUT for my footage. Now, adding that compressor early will make it easier to hear your dialogue and make your edit go faster. It also makes it way more enjoyable to listen to and less tiresome. So let's start by downloading the files to your computer. I'm using Windows, so I'm gonna pick this one. And now we'll open Preferences in Premiere and go to Audio and select Plugins. Now we just navigate to the folder we created and add that to our list of folders containing audio plugins. Click OK. Now let me show you how easy this is by loading up the compressor to an audio track like this, and let's take a look at it. So you got two big knobs. This one over here is the threshold knob. On this knob, you basically set the level on where you want the compressor to start pushing down higher peaks. So for my voice and my track, I usually leave it somewhere around -19 to -20 dB. If we set it there and we play back our track like this and take a look at this little tiny light up here, if you see it blinking every once in a while, that means that the compressor is compressing something. Now you don't want this light to be blinking all the time. What you want is to see a blink here and there when it pushes down a higher peak. So go ahead and dial it back if that happens. Now when we've tamed the higher peaks, we can boost the entire volume of the track with this one. Somewhere around 6 to 9 dB usually does the trick on my tracks. Now lastly, you could and you should use this plugin together with the plugin I talked about in my previous video, the PT-EQ-X. And there's kind of two schools here. One is by adding the EQ before the compressor, and the other one is adding it after the compressor. So the difference that you'll get is by adding the EQ after the compressor, you will get a more brighter and clearer sound, and the opposite if you place it before the compressor. So you can try both and see which one you prefer and which one works best for your specific track. So I hope you'll give this a try. Personally, I love these vintage style plugins because they seem to add a little, almost like an analog touch to your audio, making it a bit warmer and organic and more pleasant to listen to. Well, that's it for now. See you guys in the next one. I forgot, don't forget to subscribe and like and all that. Bye!